Hello, hello, hello. I am Zakiya Monique, master relationship strategist, transformational speaker, best-selling author of Killer Connections, and I'm also the facilitator of the Sunday School Remix. And I wanted to just come today to talk to you really quickly about something that kind of caught my attention. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I am a new grandmother. I'm a Zammy. And so my granddaughter was over, and she has a bad habit of sitting on the edge of the bed, right? So she'll like to sit on the edge of the bed. Like she'll literally crawl over to the edge of the bed and kind of sit with her back to the edge. Like if she just leaned back, she would literally fall back off the bed. And I found myself saying, Sky, get where it's safe, sit where it's safe. And I immediately, like in my spirit, I just stopped. Like, and I thought to myself that many of us need to just simply hearken to that same advice. We need to sit where it's safe and get where it's safe because the times ahead, the Bible tells us that the times ahead are going to be tough, but it doesn't have to be tough in the same way. See, here's the thing. I often talk about Goshen because while things were getting real in Egypt, there was a Goshen. It was dark in Egypt. It was light in Goshen. It was a famine in Egypt. It was food in Goshen. So my words to you today is get where it's safe. Sit where it's safe. There is no safer place than in the center of the will of God. What is God telling you to do? What is the last thing he told you to do? There is no place safer than in the midst of God's will. Because being in the midst of God's will is the reason why some of us get healing. It's the reason why some of us have provision. It's the reason why some of us have protection. There is no safer place. But you can't get there doing your own thing your own way. The Bible said there is a way that seems right to man, and the end thereof is death. And it's not always physical death, sometimes it's spiritual. And spiritual death means a disconnection from God. And if you have a disconnection from God, you're not sitting where it's safe. You're not getting where it's safe. It's getting ready to be some treacherous and tough times. And we only have one thing that we're supposed to do: seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Seek him first. Stay connected to God. Stay connected to the vine. That's all we got to do. He'll call all of our plays. God is the best coach. He's the best strategist. There's none better than him. There's none better than him. None. But many of us want to do our own thing. At what expense? At what expense? Because not only are you being left out in the cold, but your descendants are too, if they don't have their own relationship. Get where it's safe. Sit where it's safe. If you thought it was going to thunderstorm tomorrow, you would not go outside without your umbrella. Some folk wouldn't even go outside. But we are out here uncovered every day because we rather do it our way. Get where it is safe. My granddaughter doesn't realize the danger that she puts herself in when she goes to the edge of the bed. And if we're honest, many of us don't know the danger that we're in when we're at the edge of God's grace and long suffering. You never know when the grace is up. When God said his grace was sufficient, he didn't mean sufficient for you to be out here filthy, funky, and foul. Me either. Sufficient, yes. But shall we continue in sin? God forbid. So God is not going to give us some grace for some stuff that he continuously forbids. Get where it's safe. Sit where it's safe. Because the safety of God has a peace that will help you sit in the eye of the storm around you and be just fine. Will help you sit in Goshen. Will help you prosper in the midst of famine in a way that others are saying, how would you ain't in the midst of the pandemic? We just went through a whole pandemic, y'all. In the midst of the pandemic, I sat right in my room and prospered. Not because of me, but because of he who sent me. Because I listened to what he said. I didn't hurry and scurry and do none of that. I just listened. I stayed plugged in. I'm so thankful for those directives because I would have been out here hurrying and scurrying too. I didn't have to. He called my plays on every single thing. He made provisions on every single thing. And he can do the same for you. He's no respecter of persons, but that goes both ways. He's no respecter of persons good, and he's no respecter of persons on the bad. Get where it is safe. Sit where it is safe, because you never know the danger that you're putting yourself in going to the edge of God's grace. All right. If you don't know how to get where it's safe or sit where it's safe, as I always say, you know the one who knows. Ask, seek, and knock, and surely he will open up the door for you and give you the answers that you need. All right. I hope this was helpful. I love you so very much, and I want you to have a great day. You already know how, on purpose. God bless you.